Hi there, and welcome back to my Central Virginia garden. Okay, here it goes. I gotta talk about the situation regarding people who are food insecure and what's about to happen to make things even worse in this country. Today is October 31st, and I was gonna come out and work in my garden this morning. That was my goal. But I woke up and I was kind of down in the dumps just about the situation and about things happening in the country, about the shutdown. And I was also incredibly angry about the situation with SNAP, which is the Supplemental Nutrition Program, Assistance Program. For those of you who don't know about SNAP or not familiar with it, about 20% of the children in this country, 1/5 of the children in this country are dependent on SNAP for nutrition. We have almost 1/5 of our population living in food insecurity, which means they don't have enough money and access to food to get through a month. And that's where SNAP comes in. And as you know, in the current shutdown, unless this afternoon the judge in Massachusetts rules differently, those funds are going to be completely gone, that benefit for people in many states. There are some states that are stepping in and filling the gap. However, money has already legally been set aside in a contingency fund for exactly this purpose. But the current administration is refusing to release those previously allocated funds for SNAP. So, what are we going to do? Here in this county, this beautiful county, it's a rural county in Central Virginia, there are only, to begin with, a couple of grocery stores. You have to have a car to get to them. And we have higher than the national average of people living below the poverty line who depend on SNAP. Higher than the national average here in this county. So today I just started looking at, okay, where are the food pantries? What can I do to help? It's very windy today, as you can see. And I was surprised to learn the county only has one food pantry, and that's only open 3 Saturdays a month. Otherwise, there's a food pantry that's open occasionally in the nearby city of Lynchburg, and there's one that's open 1 Saturday a month in the neighboring county. That's not a great situation. So today I just said, I'm not gonna work in my garden. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm just gonna fill up my cart and take it to the food pantry. And I learned a lot when I was there. I learned that under the best of circumstances, they are incredibly challenged to meet the needs of the people who already are served by their food pantry. They have an almost impossible time getting their hands on fresh food. They do accept fresh food. So I was talking to the man who runs it, and I said, well, do you accept garden vegetables, things that people grow at home? And he said, oh yes, we just love that. So I said, all right, I've got a plan. It won't help immediately, but I can look ahead. So I've decided next year I'm gonna dedicate a part of my garden, I'm gonna set it aside to grow food for the food pantry here in this county. I hope that maybe more of us will consider doing the same thing. It's not going to solve the hunger problem. And again, it is a shame, and we ought to be ashamed, I think, as a nation, to even have a hunger problem to begin with, much less one that some are willing to make even worse. It's un-American and it's inhumane. And that's what I have to say. So I'm gonna do what I can, where I can. As they say, cast your bucket where you are. Thanks for watching.